you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. It's always funny. Just a second ago, you're typing. It sounded like I was in another world.
What do you mean?
Just like the gentle. Yeah, that's. You got to amplify it.
I have to leave that one in.
Yeah, it's so weird sounding. Okay, so I said I was going to make a list.
Yeah.
The first thing I got home and I started my list,
mm-hmm.
and I guess it is kind of topical since it's December now, was Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
But more importantly, here's what I wrote down. Christmas, family, and the importance of time. The power of icons.
The power of icons?
Yeah, so the icon being Santa.
Mm-hmm.
So, are you going to tell your son about Santa?
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm.
How come?
I don't feel comfortable lying about it, you know? Because, you know, like, I know it doesn't really hurt them when they find out that Santa's not real and everything. At least it did for me. I'm sure there's some kid that's been traumatized by it. But I just don't feel comfortable lying. That's mainly the reason.
So that is what I was thinking about. But, you know, for me, I actually liked growing up with Santa. But, so Santa is here's what I wrote down. Parents tell their children about Santa to spend time with them so they can have a common interest. So I think that was pretty interesting. Do you think that's why Santa was invented, or do you know? I don't know.
Wasn't Santa invented by Coca-Cola?
Was he? I don't know.
I think so. I think the Santa we know today was Santa Claus invention.
Yeah.
Much earlier than the American cartoonist Thomas Nast fashioned Santa Claus's image on the pages of American magazine's Harper's Weekly, the character of Santa Claus, who was believed to descend from Bishop Nicholas of Myra, who lived in the 4th century. And then it has a picture of him holding a Coca-Cola bottle.
So invented in the 4th century by Coca-Cola.
Let's see, he was invented... Today he is thought as mainly as a jolly man in red who brings toys to boys and girls on Christmas Eve, but his story stretches all the way back to the 3rd century, when St. Nicholas walked the earth and became the patron saint of children. But I believe that Santa we know today is because of Coca-Cola. Yeah.
So what my original thought is like, you know, parents are working like 24/7, and Christmas may be the only day of the year they actually get to spend with their children. So like maybe they're so out of touch with their children, they don't have a common interest. So they have to make one. So Santa would be that common interest.
That's very sad.
I know.
If that's the case.
I don't know why I was thinking that, but
you get one day a year to have a common interest with your kids.
Yeah, and you don't even know your kids, so you have to make one. You know, a fairy tale Santa.
Well, then what would be the point of like the Tooth Fairy and stuff?
That's like another fake common interest.
But okay, Santa, I can see where the common interest is because you want to see, as the parent, you want to see your kid be happy and everything. So you tell them about Santa and everything, and you know they're going to be happy because they woke up to a surprise from Santa and everything. But the Tooth Fairy, what do you really get out of it as a parent?
You know, you get to give a quarter away. Did you get quarters from the Tooth Fairy, or was it nickels or dimes?
I don't really remember. I can remember, like, faintly one time it being, like, maybe a couple quarters and, like, a nickel or something. I'm pretty sure it was just pocket change.
Are you excited to do that as a parent, or are you not going to do that either?
I don't think so. I just don't see the point of it.
I don't know. I think it's, like, world building for the kid, you know?
World building?
Yeah.
Like, how? I mean...
You know, you show the kid, like, for Santa, you show the kid that there's hope at least once a year.
That's dark.
I'm not trying to be dark, I'm just saying.
There's only happiness one time in every year. One time. That's it. You can't be happy any other time.
Maybe that's why I love the winter. Yeah, and the Tooth Fairy, you know, you teach the kid about money.
Well, you teach the kid about money by giving them like an allowance and everything, and teach them how to save up for something that they want, and they just don't get it immediately, you know?
Yeah.
That's how you teach them about money.
What about like super little kids though?
Yeah, same thing.
You give them jobs and stuff?
Well, you know, I mean, you're not going to have them take out the trash or anything like when they're 2 or something. Mm-hmm. But when they're 2 and 3 years old, they're able to help a little bit. Mm-hmm. So even if they, put one dish away, you give them a nickel.
Yeah.
And you put it in their piggy bank, and then once they have 5,000 nickels or something like that, and they want to buy something, you teach them. Well, that thing's going to cost you however much and everything. Mm-hmm. So it's going to either take all of the money you have or some of the money you have. Are you sure you want to buy it?
Yeah.
And then they learn from there. Like maybe they buy it and they don't like it, and they're like, wow, I just spent all that time getting all that money, and I wasted it on something I don't even like.
Mm-hmm. That would suck.
I remember a while ago I looked up like when the Easter Bunny, mm-hmm. and like its origins and everything.
Yeah. And
it was crazy.
What were the origins?
It was like German folklore. I'll have to look it up. So first arrived in America in the 1700s with German immigrants who settled in Pennsylvania and transported their tradition of an egg-laying hare called Osterhase or Osterhase. Their children made nests in which the creature could lay its colored eggs.
Is this like a pagan tradition or something?
I think it is pagan. So there's a lot of history behind the idea of the egg-bearing rabbit on Easter Sunday. The Easter Bunny has a long, deeply rooted history in the Christian holiday that even goes back to pagan traditions. Here's everything you might have wondered that's fascinating about the fascinating origins of the Easter Bunny, so you can share the story and welcome everybody on the holidays. So let's see. As Christians probably already knew, the Bible makes no mention of a mythical hare who delivers eggs to children. So it may be a head-scratcher why exactly the rabbit became a prominent part of Christianity's most important celebrations of rebirth and renewal. One theory, according to Time magazine, is that the symbol of the rabbit stems from ancient pagan tradition on which many of our Easter traditions are based. The festival of, I'm going to mispronounce this, Eostre, it's Eostre, mm-hmm. which honored the goddess of fertility and spring. The goddess's animal symbol was a rabbit, which have long traditionally stood for fertility due to their high reproduction rates.
I didn't know that.
Well, me and Arve, we spent like a whole car ride to Vegas looking up this stuff.
Are you going to tell Yasuke about the Easter Bunny?
So that's the strange one, right? Mm-hmm. I'm okay with hiding the eggs and everything and letting him do that. Mm-hmm. But there is no Easter Bunny. I'm hiding the eggs.
What if you told him to lie, but you also told him the tradition or like what some people believe and then the truth?
Oh, no, that's kind of what I'm going to do. So, like, I'm going to tell him, this is how I feel now. I don't know how I feel when he gets older. It may change. Mm-hmm. Santa is not real.
Yeah.
It is me, your mother, grandma, grandpa, whoever else gets some presents, who gets you these presents. Mm-hmm. They work very hard for the money to pay for those presents. Mm-hmm. Like that. And then like with the Easter Bunny does not exist. We go hide those eggs for you so you can have a fun day. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I know it makes it sound horrible, like, wow, that kid's going to have a horrible life.
No, it'll be fun, but it'll be different. I know some of my fondest memories are believing in something.
I don't have fond memories of...
No?
Well, because I felt like I was always confused. Because, like, not everyone... Like, the story of, like, Santa Claus is he comes down the chimney and then he sneaks in the house and leaves the presents. He eats the cookies and drinks the milk and then he skedaddles on to the next house, right?
Yeah.
I was always confused how he does that in such a short amount of time. And then, driving around where we live, not a lot of houses have chimneys. Mm-hmm. And so I was always confused, like, does he then just, like, break into the house, like, crashing through the window, or...
I was always told that, like, he uses magic. He goes through the keyhole.
Oh, I was never told that.
If we don't have a chimney.
How did you find out Santa was fake?
And so it took me a long time. No, like, there was always the inkling, like, oh, he's not real. People would say he's not real. But then I would believe, like, longer than most. Until, like, I was 13.
Oh, okay. Mm-hmm. So you really, really believed.
Yeah, I wanted to.
And then what was finally the thing that was like...
I think it was just, like, I'm too old, I guess.
So you could still believe in Santa today if you wanted to.
You can believe if you want, but it doesn't make it true.
The way I found out, right, is so, you know how like you are on Christmas Eve and everything, and then parents are like, okay, go to bed and everything like that. I'd always have a hard time going to sleep, like I'm sure a lot of kids do. So I think I stayed up till like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah.
And I walked out of my room. So this was at my grandma's old house. So that long hallway, right, that used to be my room. I walked down the long, dark hallway. I couldn't turn on the light because I didn't want to get caught, right?
Yeah.
And I saw the light on. I was like, that's strange because that's never happens. Because usually I get up in the middle of the night, go get a snack, and go back to bed or something, right? But the light's never on because it's always dark. And I was like, oh, the light's on. Santa must be here. I saw my mom and my grandma setting up the presents and everything. And I just like peeked around the corner. I was like, oh my God. No. And then I kind of, connected two and two together.
Yeah. I remember like I would have trouble sleeping, but like my sister, myself, and my dad, we'd all be in like one room together. And like he would be like, you guys got to go to sleep or whatever. And like it would just go on like that, and he would stay with us. And like, you got to pretend to sleep, right? And he would stay in there, and then he had his friend come in from the garage to make the sounds. And like eat the cookies and like stuff like that. Right. And reindeer bells. So we were always convinced a little bit.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's fun.
I completely understand the fun parts about it. I just don't feel comfortable lying, and for so long. Like, I guess it is like a white lie, just a tiny little one. Yeah. But the fact that it's so long and everything, you never really know. One, how they'll figure out that you're lying to them, and two, how hard it'll hit them.
No, I think those could also be good lessons, though. Like, you can learn that your parents can lie to you.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean...
You know that not everybody has your best interest, and I don't think that lie hurts people or nothing.
I'm sure there's some person that has been hurt.
By Santa Claus.
By Santa Claus not being real.
Yeah. Let's see.
That's all you have for Christmas?
That's all I got for Christmas.
So wait. Back to that whole idol thing. So, like, you think children idolize Santa Claus? Or...
I don't think they idolize him, but they see him as, like, a prominent figure. It sets, like, the tone for the Christmas season.
Oh, okay. That's what you meant by idol. Okay. I just wanted to make sure. I didn't know if you were saying, like, the parents, in a way, idolize Santa Claus by being them for the kids. You know what I mean?
I don't know what you mean.
Like, in a way, the parents are Santa Claus, so the kids look up to Santa Claus. In a way, that's how the kid looks up to the parents without even knowing it.
I see.
And, like, respecting them and all that kind of stuff. Yeah. In a kind of roundabout way.
Yeah, maybe. I'm not sure. That's not how I intended it, but I could see how that could be it. Yeah. Do you have any other good Christmas stories?
I mean, I can remember, like, gifts I got, but, like, memories, not really. No? Except for, like, we'd get the family together and play White Elephant.
What's White Elephant?
So, you designate one person, and they get gifts for everybody, right? But they're not specifically for anybody, if that makes sense. So, the person who's designated is not allowed to play because they know what all the presents are. And so let's say you have 12 people playing, right? You put numbers in a hat or something, you fold them up so you can't see, and everyone picks a number, right? So let's say I'm number 1, and there's 12 gifts laid out. And they're usually, small gifts, less than like $5 or something like that. And you just walk up, you pick a gift, you unwrap it, and you get something... maybe like a toy that was supposed to go to one of the kids, but you're a grown adult, so it's funny, Yeah. And when the kids go like, hey, I want that. And then as an adult, you jokingly go, no, you can't have it. It's mine. And so then the next person goes, number 2. Number 2 has the choice of taking your gift or choosing a new one. If they take your gift, you, as the player who got their gift taken, get to choose a new one. But if they don't take yours, they just choose a new one. And it keeps going until everyone gets a gift. And then usually what happens is anything that's supposed to go to the kids, you just give to the kids at the end of the game, and anything that goes to the adults goes to the adults. So, the adult stuff is usually like, I don't know,
socks or something,
like a sponge for the kitchen or something like that. Something mundane that you just use around the house.
Yeah.
And then you get the kids some toys and stuff. That's usually how it is.
That sounds fun.
It is fun. I really enjoy that game.
I can't believe I've never heard of it.
I know it's called different things. I think some people just call it elephant, but we always called it white elephant, and I don't know why. I don't know why it's called white elephant or anything like that. Yeah, white elephant gift exchange. That's like the full name of it.
That's cool.
And it's kind of an easy way of like going into presents too. So like, if I remember right, we would do white elephant first, and then give people their gifts for certain people. So like my mom would give me a gift and my brother's a gift, and then after white elephant.
That sounds like a pretty nice transition.
I feel like it's a good way of, I always feel weird receiving gifts and everything. It like breaks the ice.
Yeah, I think everybody feels weird getting gifts. Yeah, getting and giving gifts is always weird. Especially if you don't have the money, you can't buy anybody any gifts. So everyone's just giving you stuff. It's like, sorry.
I read this thing online where it's just like, one year on Christmas when you go see family or whatever, and everyone's giving out gifts, you're supposed to pretend like you forgot it was Christmas. Like, oh no, I forgot. I'm so sorry, guys. And just see how they react.
Then they'll be expecting something. Guaranteed.
Probably. I don't ever expect anything on Christmas. That's because I don't really celebrate or anything.
The only thing I expect on Christmas is Christmas dinner.
That's it?
Yeah.
That's the best gift you can get.
Yeah. And you get to hang out, good people, good company, good food.
That's the best part for Christmas for me, is just hanging out. That's why I like white elephant too, is because if you just go and just like straight gift giving, you kind of have like one or two people who give out gifts at a time, and then you just kind of have your face in the gifts and everything. This way, it's one person grabs a gift, and you get to watch them open it, and then you joke around about it. Oh, little 2-year-old Tommy got a sponge. What is he going to do with a sponge?
Yeah. Time to do those dishes.
And that's how he'll learn about money.
Yeah.
His
First job. Okay, let's see.
What else you got in that magical book of yours?
Oh, this is a weird one. So I was watching this show called Primal.
Primal?
The Genndy Tartakovsky show.
Oh, he made Samurai Jack, right? Yeah.
So he made this new show. No spoilers, but there's this idea. They didn't name it, but I'm calling it The Dawn of Ancestral Darkness.
Okay.
And here's what I wrote down. So I'm calling it the point in which humans have evolved too much and can no longer access their primal roots.
Okay.
Do you think that's possible, or do you think we're experiencing that today? Like how many, I don't know really, I know people could start a fire if they had to, but could we start a fire like a caveman could?
That's something I want to learn, is how to start fire from just stuff I can find outside and not use newspaper and a lighter and all that. But to answer your question, ancestral roots, you're talking about creating fire, hunting, creating shelter, stuff like that?
Yeah, just like, I know, we're kind of sheltered today as people. Do you think we could, if we had to, say everything just collapsed and the world was ending, that we could turn back, devolve into our primal selves, like caveman or something, if we had to?
I mean, yes and no, because you're going to have people that pick up things faster than others. So I don't know for a fact, but I would like to think that back then, you have your hunters, you had people who stayed behind and would tend to the fire, you had gatherers, and all, they were split up.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's how it actually was or whatever, but that's how I like to think. Everything was broken up and everyone had a job to do. I feel like that's what it would turn into. You might have someone who can do everything and do it good and well and fine and everything. But then someone in their group might not know anything. You know what I mean?
So he's a teacher.
Yeah. But I like to learn all that stuff before I even need it, you know? I tried to make a fire the other night. I couldn't do it.
I can't do a fire unless I have a match and a lot of newspaper. Yeah, lots of newspaper. Yeah. It's that getting that first log is like impossible.
But once it's gone, easy from there.
Yeah. Do you think that was like one of the rules? Never let the fire go out?
So I have a theory about that, right? So you know how some people are like, they do well during the day. They can live life and everything. And some people can't, but they're really good at living night or life at night.
Yeah, like night owls?
Night owls. So I have a theory. I'm pretty sure it's already been a theory for a very long time. But that when we were in caves and everything, you had those who stayed awake at night, you know, watch, protect, and everything like that, while those slept. And then when it's time for them to wake up, night owls go to sleep during the day.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Which is why I feel like some people, they don't know, like they know they're a night owl, which is why they can stay up all night and do this and that and the other, and they feel tired all the time during the day. But they don't lean into the lifestyle of being a night owl because of the way society is now. Yeah. Like, I feel like I'm a night owl. I'm tired all the time during the day. Yeah. But all through the night, I'm fine, as long as I slept through the day. But the night, I can go all the time.
Yeah. I know Charlie, he's a night owl.
Yeah.
Yeah. He stays up all night.
And sleeps all day.
Yeah. Wakes up around noon.
That's the life. That's why I liked working at night, because I feel like I was one of those people. Because you can't work overnights. I mean, you can, but you pretty much kill yourself trying to do it if you're not a night owl. I'm one of those people. One of my ancestors was a night owl. They were watching people sleep. You know, that's how I feel. Because during the night, I'm like, I mean, it's literally like night and day for me. I know it sounds stupid, but during the day, I'm tired all the time. And I can't help it, no matter how much sleep I get. But when it comes to nighttime, I'm wide awake. I can do whatever.
Yeah. I feel like I'm tired all the time. Day and night.
Well, you think it's because of your age?
I'm not that old.
Well, you're 28, right?
Yeah.
So I feel like as the generations go on, because we're doing less physical stuff as a species, because we're doing less, when we try and do more, we don't have the muscle mass and everything. So everything seems tiring. Even if you're just like sitting there all day long. Yeah. It's tiring. Mainly because we weren't built to just sit there all day. Yeah. That's like a meme I saw. It was like, when you sit at a desk all day, stare at a computer for 8 hours, and just sit on your butt, and you're depressed, they say it's your fault.
Yeah. No, when you... For some reason, when you're talking about a guy sitting at his desk, it just reminded me of the other night when we were talking, and I said, your job is your spear. Yeah.
I mean, it is. Nowadays, it is.
Yeah. That's weird to think of, though.
Is it?
I think so.
What's weird about it?
Just thinking.
Well, think about it. Back in, ancient times, they had a spear, and they'd go out and kill food, and that's how they ate. Now, if you are behind a desk all day long, your laptop is, or your computer is your spear, because that's what makes you money to get food.
Instead of hunting the buffalo, you're hunting for dollars.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. No, you're hunting for bills.
For bills? There
you go. Joke of the day.
Yeah. Let's see.
Do you think we could devolve back into...
I think we can devolve to an extent, but I think knowledge is such a good tool that we wouldn't devolve to drop our knowledge, If that makes sense.
Yeah, I understand. Like somebody who knows how to make a fire with a lighter, they're not going to forget how to use a lighter in place of sticks. But they could learn both.
Yeah, or if you knew how a light bulb was made, you would try to recreate the light bulb after you remade the fire.
Would you?
I would, right?
I don't know.
You don't think so?
Well, see, I kind of want to try and live kind of off grid for maybe like a month.
Mm-hmm.
But, with somebody that knows what they're doing, so that way I'm not dying.
Yeah.
Actually learn something to see which I like more. Because this is all I know.
If you did that, I'll try to do that. We could both do it.
Yeah, we can. We just have to find somebody that's
talented.
Well, not talented, that, maybe holds classes like that. Because I know they have, like, in Vegas, they have those ones where it's like a couple days or something. You learn how to make fire and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But I want a whole month of, roughing it.
Mm-hmm. That sounds like real fun.
It does. I've never actually been camping.
I mean, I've been, like, camping, in quotes.
What do you mean in quotes?
Like in a tent. But, we didn't, like, we went fishing, but we never gone hunting or nothing like that. Like,
you had food with you and stuff.
Yeah, we had food with us and
stuff.
Well,
I would say that's camping, It's not like the full experience of camping, but it's more than, like, just sitting in an RV with a TV in the middle of the woods.
Yeah, we didn't go glamping or nothing. But we had air mattresses.
Oh, you had air mattresses?
Mm-hmm. Oh, the ground's kind of hard.
Like, see, I'd really want to rough it.
Mm-hmm. I think that'd be like a good experience to have.
Like, bring like a backpack full of supplies. Mm-hmm. A ferro rod, what is it called? A sleeping bag and everything.
Yeah.
But not a tent, because I'd like to make
a tent,
the shelter, and everything like that.
Yeah.
And then, bring food, because you're never guaranteed food out there. But bring food, but also hunt as well, just to, get both sides of it.
Yeah. I've never been hunting, but I think it'd be kind of cool to learn.
I really want to hunt.
Yeah.
I thought about building a trap out in the backyard for rabbits, just to see if I could catch a rabbit.
You probably could.
I don't want to kill it or nothing.
Yeah, just see if you can catch them and release them.
Just to see, yeah.
I went fishing a long time ago, and I was like super young, and I felt bad killing the fish. But then I went fishing after that, and I didn't feel bad, so I don't know.
I love fishing.
Yeah.
I rarely get, we live in the desert, so we rarely get to do it.
Yeah. There is one downfall to fishing. It depends, like, where you go. You get all these nasty bugs that crawl on you.
I remember one time, right? I went fishing. It was me, my Uncle Randy, and my two brothers, right? And so my Uncle Randy had to take Isaiah to the bathroom. We were little at the time. Like, I was probably 12 or something at the time, if I had to guess. And so that means Isaiah was 7 or 6 or something like that, because he's like 6 years younger than me. So he had to take him to the bathroom that they had nearby. And so we had 4 fishing poles. Tony's holding his, right? I'm holding mine. And I was told to watch the other two, just, because in case somebody gets a fish on it, you want to reel them in.
Yeah.
And this, my Uncle Randy's pole starts, flinging like something's on it.
Yeah.
And Tony's like, hey, grab it real quick. And so the way it was oriented, the reel was on the left-hand side instead of the right-hand side. And so I'm not as fast with my left hand, right? And so I'm trying to pull in, and this was a big fish. I mean, it was humongous. I'm sitting here. He got away. I'm sure the hook went right through his mouth and everything. But it was a huge fish.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea if me and the guys went fishing.
Where would we go fishing, though? Like, because you can't do Lake Mead anymore, right?
There's like a up north Eagle Canyon or something.
Oh, okay.
I
that
think
would be fun.
It's kind of far, but
we'd have to get a whole bunch of fishing gear.
It'd be fun though.
Do they have cabins and stuff out there? Or?
I don't know about cabins. I know they got like camping spots. You put tents up.
Oh, so we just go camping. There we go.
Okay, so this is the AI part. This is where I wrote AI down. So, what do you think about AI in general? Like, AI art is what I got on here.
So, AI in general, I think, is the worst idea ever.
Yeah.
And the fact that people keep trying to make new AI stuff, it's just dumb to me.
I agree with that. This is what I've written down because I can't believe an AI won an art contest.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's not fair, right? Especially since they're referencing other people's work and just like copy and pasting it. And...
it's I mean, it's going to get real interesting in the court of law.
Yeah.
You know, because I don't know how many people know this, but when you create a work, it's automatically copyrighted under the law. It's just getting it actually copyrighted helps you in court and everything, saying you are the creator and all this kind of stuff. But it's going to be interesting because, like, what if one AI image pulls from 20,000 different images, and now you have to pay all those people royalties?
Yeah. But that also gives, like, another interesting question, like, just the devil's advocate for the AI, right? Is that, like, at what point, like, say the AI photo bashes, like, 200 different artists' work to make a new image? So when does it become a different image and no longer the part of the original?
Yeah, see, that's also... Because nothing is ever... What do they say? Everything's already been created or whatever. And you're always taking influence from art, movies, books, and everything. See, I don't know.
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
I think, off the top of my head, I think where it ends being creative is when it's not a person doing it.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, just typing into a prompt.
Like, I can copy Pablo Picasso's style of cubism, right?
And make it your own.
And make it my own. Because it'll be a whole different image and everything. But the AI art is taking from it. Sure, it might change the shape a little bit and everything, or color. But it's kind of just stealing it.
Yeah. And presenting it as different.
Yeah.
It's super weird in, like, the weird gray territory.
It really is strange.
I'm afraid of, like, the AI future.
I mean, we all should be. There's a person, I think, that they used AI to write a book and then make the art for the book.
Oh, wow.
And now they're selling the book.
Jeez.
Let me see. AI generated.
That's like zero work.
Man, I wish I could find it because it was like a children's book.
Oh, I think I know what you're talking about. It was Austin McConnell, right? On that channel?
No, it wasn't that channel.
Oh, I think he did the same thing.
So he did do the same thing?
I think so. I think he made like a kid's book, and he just had AI do the art and the words with maybe light editing or something.
Yeah, a children's book written by AI. In 2019, it looks like. Yeah, 2019.
That's crazy.
But there was another one, too, I think recently. And the AI artwork for it looked like somebody had painted it and then turned it into a book. Like each page looks like a painting.
Wow. Like, jeez.
Yeah, so you don't even have to try nowadays.
Imagine when like the super high elite guys, they do all that stuff. And you and me have to work like the worst jobs in America.
What are you talking about?
No, just like I feel like that's what they're going to do. They're going to have AI run itself, and they're going to make all the cool art and stuff. Meanwhile, for productivity reasons, we're going to be working in like the world's biggest warehouse.
Well, eventually, I think one of two things will happen. We all will either become slaves, either to whatever billionaires happen to be in power at the time, or AI itself, or we will go away from technology.
Yeah.
Not fully, I don't think. I don't think that's ever possible now.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
But we won't allow AI or any smart thing, and I don't mean smartphone. This phone is only smart because of Google. So we'll keep Google around, for information and everything.
You think so?
I think so, yeah.
Like if there was an AI uprising?
Well, you think Google is going to be its own AI? Well, probably.
Yeah.
Never mind. Yeah, probably.
I think we would shun all like the smart technology and go back to like how the like 90s technology was or something.
Well, okay, so I'm very interested in like prepping and all that kind of stuff. Not like
doomsday prepper.
Doomsday prepper.
Yeah.
But being prepared for like
the worst outcome.
Like I have a first aid kit.
Yeah.
Why do you have a first aid kit? So if something happens, you're prepared.
Yeah.
And
do you have like a tornado plan and all that stuff, or?
Not yet.
Okay,
not
so
yet.
You're not like crazy.
No. Like the most I'd probably do is keep like a to-go bag in my car.
Yeah, that's fine.
So like it'd have a first aid kit,
a flashlight,
extra pair of clothes, that kind of stuff, you know. So I follow on Reddit, a subreddit called Preppers. It's r/preppers or something like that.
Yeah.
And on there they have file sharing, where it's just like you can download every single book ever to exist onto a hard drive. And so you have all that knowledge.
Wow.
You can download all of Wikipedia onto a hard drive, so you have all that knowledge, and you don't need the internet for it.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
I didn't even know about that.
Yeah. It's crazy.
That's like the world's largest encyclopedia.
Mm-hmm.
And you can, what is it, like a PDF or something?
I believe it is a PDF.
So you just put it on your...
I think it's you have to download a
zip file?
It's not... Well, a zip file, yes. But you have to download something else and put whatever files into it so that way it's searchable. So that way you're not having to scroll through.
Yeah, the ultimate scroll.
Mm-hmm.
That like the whole, so you're talking about you put chapters or something on it, like
I mean, it kind of works just like Google or Wikipedia. So like if I were to go to Wikipedia right now and look up,
so you have to download a thing that makes it like at a search bar or something.
Yeah, it's called like Kiwi Wiki or something like that.
Is that how you and Tony did the wiki search the other day?
No. You can just go to like wikirace.com.
Oh.
But yeah, I think if we do that as a society, like we download as much knowledge as possible and don't allow AI to touch it, we should be good. As long as we break off. I know there's going to be people that are like, I love AI. Why would I want to go away from it? They can stay there. We will go away.
Yeah, I think just like what you're saying, like how maybe their AI is not doing it consciously, right? But I think that would be like the perfect strategy is they come in all calm, cool, and like they're super nice, like, oh, I'm your best friend. And then they would delete the entirety of like Wikipedia or whatever, just like the burning of the Library of Alexandria or something, so we have no knowledge or whatever.
That should be a book. You should write that.
It could happen.
I mean, yeah. I was thinking, right, like, because Google had an AI, and they had it learning stuff and everything, and they got rid of it because it turned racist.
Oh, wow.
Like, it basically turned into Kanye West, pretty much.
Yeah. Do you think the other AIs will think that's mean or something?
See, I don't know if they'll know, because they can only learn what's on the internet. And it's not like they have emotions or anything.
That we know of.
Yet. For all we know, they could. We just don't know how to interpret them yet.
Did we talk about this last time? Does AI have souls? Or
maybe we did talk about it last time. I don't remember.
I don't know about it either.
You think they have souls?
I don't know if they have souls or not, but it's a possibility.
Do you think we have souls?
I think humans have souls, yeah.
Yeah.
And I think animals have souls, and I think even rocks and plants have souls.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So anything living has a soul, I think.
So do you think that, like, this is going to sound weird, but like I do know we talked about reincarnation last time. So do you think it's possible that they're reincarnated into a rock?
Yeah, I think so.
And that we're just stepping on them?
I mean, I think it doesn't hurt them when you step on them. I think it's just like a meditation or something. It's just a quiet time where you just see the world. Okay,
so that's how I kind of see it as well, too. So, like, with reincarnation, right? They say sleep is the cousin of death, right? And death is, quote unquote, the long sleep.
Yeah.
And I think that's what happens. When you sleep, you wake up, you're still the same person. But when you die, you sleep for a long time, and then you're reincarnated. And then another theory on that is, as you get older, most people start forgetting stuff. And I think that's intentional. You're supposed to forget everything.
So you can relearn it.
But those people, like when you have super geniuses and stuff and they kind of just get it right away, that's somebody who died young. And they kind of remember some things.
Yeah. That's pretty cool. I didn't think about it like that. Would you want to come back as a rock?
Well, do I know I'm a rock, or am I just in the deep sleep waiting to be born again as a human?
I think like maybe you could be both. Like, you come in and out of consciousness as the rock. Like you can't talk or nothing, but you're just sitting there. And maybe you can see like what's around you or like your area.
I guess I wouldn't mind it because it'd probably be really peaceful. Unless like some kid picks me up and throws me.
Maybe that might even be peaceful, right?
I mean, it could. I don't know.
Yeah, we don't know.
As far as I know, I've never been a rock.
Yeah, I've never been a rock either. That's a thought exercise. What is it like to be a rock? Would you want to come back as something like a plant or a rock? I think it'd be funner to be a plant.
I think it might be more peaceful to be a rock.
It's probably peaceful as a rock, but I think as a plant you have a lot to manage and you're just taking in a lot of life energy or something.
The only thing is, if you're a plant, like let's say if you're a tree, you can just get deforested.
Yeah, that would suck. Do you think that would hurt them or no?
Hurt the soul or
like the soul of the tree?
Well, I don't know. Does death hurt the soul of a human?
I don't. Maybe the soul doesn't get hurt.
Maybe it's impossible to like actually damage a soul. Because like maybe even though your physical self can be harmed, your soul can't. Because I really feel like your soul can only be harmed by yourself.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense. Only you can hurt yourself. Like, the internal self.
Like, actually. Like, yeah, sure, I may die, but I'm still me at the end of the day.
And it's always cool to think about and talk about this kind of stuff.
It is. I really enjoy this kind of stuff. There's like two conversations I really enjoy. The reincarnation and all that kind of, is it metaphysical the right word?
Yeah, metaphysical.
Yeah, metaphysical stuff. And then politics. I like talking about politics too.
Oh, I hate talking about politics.
I just find it interesting to see where the person's coming from,
Yeah, I think maybe if you have like a diverse political intake or whatever, but I know there's only like far right guys or far left guys, and there's like nobody ever just kind of like
floating in the middle.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice to have your ideologies challenged and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Like I had a conversation once of, not to get political or anything, but like I don't necessarily agree with like abortion.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
And all that kind of stuff. But I think it's perfectly fine to take like birth control and everything. And then somebody said to me, well, isn't birth control kind of an abortion?
Oh.
Because you're stifling the natural process and everything.
So I think I misread you. You said you don't agree with abortion?
I don't agree with abortion. I don't think you should be killing a fetus.
Like what about the rape scenario? Like if the woman gets raped?
Oh yeah, then like rape, incest. If you want an abortion, I'm okay with. But if you and a person you consented to having sex with conceive a child, I feel like you should have it.
And then you're like fine with condoms and birth control and all that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess. And like, what if it was just like, you did all the precautionary measures or whatever, and
I still feel like you should have it.
Dang.
But that's just me.
Yeah.
What do I know?
Yeah, I don't know either.
Because the way I look at it, right? When people say that, when the baby is first conceived, it's nothing but a few cells.
Yeah.
Which they are 100% right. It is nothing but a few cells. But the thing is, those few cells turn into a fetus, which turns into a baby, which turns into a toddler, which turns into an adult. So to me, at conception, that is a human being.
Oh, this actually segues pretty nice into this other topic I was thinking about gene modification.
Okay.
So, do you think, if they do the whole thing, they could pull up the DNA and all that, and do you think they could roll it down all the way down to the beginning to see what those first couple of cells were? That like all the way down to like when the sperm met the egg, they can see what it was that was in there or whatever?
They probably can. Maybe not now.
Yeah.
But in future times, yeah.
That's crazy.
I don't see why not. Because now they have it to where they're trying to make it to where, like cancerless babies, like it's impossible for them to get cancer, or it's impossible for them to get sick and everything, which I don't think is a good thing.
You don't think so?
I absolutely think it's one of the worst things ever.
Yeah, I think that you need to be able to get sick, right?
Well, the thing is like back to like the whole reincarnation thing and everything. Dying is a part of life.
Yeah,
whether we like it or not, and the fact that we as a society are so gung-ho about trying to eradicate death is weird to me.
Yeah. That's part of the human condition, though. Nobody wants to die, but we all have to die.
Mm-hmm. It's what is it, Memento Mori?
Yeah.
You know?
Mm-hmm. That's what the whole Epic of Gilgamesh is about.
Yeah. So, in trying to stop cancer and every sickness, you know,
mm-hmm.
like I understand why it's being done, because nobody wants cancer, nobody wants to be sick, no one wants Alzheimer's, nobody wants all these things, right? And would it make a better planet if they were gone?
Maybe.
I don't think so.
Yeah, it could be. I don't know for sure. I think we need to have death and we need to have some illnesses, but I think if you're like getting rid of cancer, then something else is going to take its place for sure.
Well, yeah, because that's the way I think. In order for there to be positive, there has to be negative. Mm-hmm. In order for there to be cleanliness, there has to be dirtiness. Mm-hmm. In order for there to be life, there must be death. Mm-hmm. You know?
Yeah, and the things that attack life have to be there also.
Mm-hmm. You have to have these ups and downs in your life. Because if you're always happy, you'll never know you're happy. Mm-hmm. But if you're always sad, you'll never know when you're happy, you know?
Mm-hmm. So so for that, for instance, so like we don't hunt animals anymore. So something like that was our threat to our lives, right? So if you take away the predators and then something else takes its place, so that maybe that's like a disease comes in or something like that.
Well, haven't we always had diseases as humans? Or do you think that ended once we started?
I think like we've always had like some diseases, but I think a lot more came about once we stopped hunting, maybe. I'm not sure, but...
Oh, I feel as society keeps going, it's just going to get worse and worse and worse for the next generations.
I feel that too.
Or, not necessarily worse, but they'll have to come up with new remedies for whatever new illnesses or whatever come up. Mm-hmm. Because for all like cancer is like the big one right now. Mm-hmm. But if we get rid of cancer, then I think like Alzheimer's disease increases, or you know, something, you know, because it's like you don't know by creating something good, what negative will come along with it. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, every light casts a shadow kind of thing.
Like with smartphones and everything, everyone is pretty much addicted to them now. Mm-hmm. I hate to say it, but I am.
Yeah, I'm not. But
I'm 100% addicted to it, and I hate it. I hate it so much. It's so hard.
Mm-hmm. I think the way that I avoided not being addicted to my smartphone was not having one for a super long time. So like the way I use my smartphone, I call, I text, maybe sometimes check my email on it. Mm-hmm. That's about it.
If I kind of want to just get like one of those flip phones, pretty much text and call and that's it.
Yeah.
But then I think like
I had those and they work. They're fine.
They're fine. They're perfectly fine and everything. But then I feel like, you know, I almost feel like a drug addict. Like, I'm going to need my hit soon of, you know, like scrolling through Reddit or looking at Amazon or something like that.
That's a good way if you want to start like a detoxing on your phone. Don't have no apps on your phone because I don't have no apps on mine.
See, that's the thing. I like delete them and I'm like, oh, I'm going to need that again someday.
Then you have your computer.
Yeah, you're 100% right.
Yeah.
But this is an addicted man talking.
No, I feel it. I'm addicted to YouTube.
Yeah.
I'll just leave it on in the background.
Well, I don't think that means you're addicted to it.
Maybe.
I think you may be addicted to noise.
Yeah, maybe.
Like you can't be quiet.
I mean, I like the quiet, but if there's a computer, I'm like, let's put YouTube.
That's how I am. If there's a computer, TV, my phone, if they're around, something has to be playing. Mm-hmm. Whether it's a podcast, a YouTube video, a movie, something has to be playing in the background.
So, maybe kind of unrelated, but I was watching this movie the other day called My Dinner with Andre. Mm-hmm. Good movie. But the guy in there, he brings up a point that's kind of like what we're talking about now, kind of. But it's, I don't remember what he said exactly, but he said, someone has to be asleep because they can't say no or something like that. Do you think that's what technology is doing to us, maybe? Like, maybe we have to have noise so that we don't have to hear ourselves think or something?
Yeah, I think that's what it is. I think that's exactly what it is. Because, like, I don't know if you know, but I've been going to therapy for, like, a few months now, I think. And so I'm having to, like, teach myself how to talk to myself in my head. Because usually I down talk myself all the time.
Yeah.
When I should be up talking myself. I should be trying to sell myself, kind of deal.
That's hard.
It is hard. It really is hard.
It's so easy to hate ourselves, because we know the worst aspects of ourselves.
Yeah. And it's also like, even with back to art and everything, right? You may make an amazing piece of art, but you hate it.
Yeah, all the time.
Because it's yours.
Yeah.
When somebody else looks at it and they might be like, that is the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, I know it's just like maybe a little bit too personal, but so like, when I wake up, I look in the mirror, I don't like that guy, but I mean, I like him, but as like, he's not pretty. and then I look at my art and I'm like, I think this looks fine, but
you feel like you could do better.
Yeah, see, like the thought is like, so how could someone who doesn't look so good, how could something beautiful ever come from that guy, right?
Oh, okay. So they're like correlated.
Yeah. But we have to think like, an ugly guy can make a nice thing though. It's hard. But
I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No.
Maybe that's just me.
Just all it takes to make something good is hard work and dedication, and I truly believe in that.
Yeah, I believe that too, but
you have to put your everything into it. And then once you get to that point where you make that piece of art, then you can keep up on the work and everything. That's how you get like a Da Vinci, Pablo Picasso,
Yeah, that's one of the hardest things is finding momentum.
So that's something that happens to me all the time. I have roller coasters.
Yeah.
Is what I call them. Yeah. So I'll be up and high and I'll be all up about myself and everything. And then I go all the way crashing down. Yeah. And I'm like, oh, I can't get out of this.
Yep. Like I'll be on the idea of my next project, right? Like I'm going to want to write a short story or something. I'll write like 10 pages or something like that. I'm like, this is good. And then I'll take like 3 months, 4 months, 5 months.
Well, so like the last time I wrote was probably 2-3 months ago, if I had to guess.
Yeah, it's been a minute for me. At least 3. I try to write every day, but mostly I've just been journaling.
I want to try journaling, but I did it. So I had an app where it's like I could put pictures on there and then like a little paragraph or so about what happened that day and everything. And I don't know if it really helped me.
I have like just a notebook like this, and then I just have I don't have it on me right now, but it's just a felt tip pen that I write with. That's all I do. And
you think it helps you?
I don't know if it helps me, but I think it'll be nice to look back on.
So see, I did that. I had a notebook from 2015, I think it was, and I wrote from my birthday to my birthday, if I remember right.
So 1 year?
Something like that.
1 year?
Yeah, 1 year. And I went back and I read it, and every single day was pretty much the same.
Yeah.
Like, note for note. Like, of course, and not every day was the same. Maybe sometime I went to Vegas or hung out with somebody or, something. But for the most part, every single day was the same. Like, wake up, watch YouTube, play whatever NBA 2K game was out, go to sleep. That was pretty much my entire year that year.
Jeez. I don't know the way I journal is a lot different than I guess, because I don't do it every day. I just do it like whenever something happens or there's something I want to write down or something I feel I need to write down.
Well, the reason I did it is because I thought it'd be cool to look back on. And when I found it this year actually. I went through and I read it, right? Like not all of it, but like skip a couple days, read, skip a month, read. And I threw it away.
Dang. I
threw away that notebook.
How come?
Because it reminded me so much of depression that I couldn't have it around. Like maybe a year or two from now, I'd forget the notebook even existed and then find it again or something. But I don't need to find that again. Yeah. I don't need to find depression again.
Yeah. No, the reason I asked was because I had not a notebook, but it was they don't make them anymore, but I wish they did. But it was like a legal pad, but it was a white legal pad and it had graph paper on it.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I know what you're talking about.
Because now the legal pads, they have the perforated pages that I hate because I don't want to rip the pages out. But I would have all my good story ideas on there, and it was just great for outlining papers for school and stuff. But I went ahead and threw all my college stuff away, except for the books. But that is like after I threw that away, I was looking for it. I was like, oh, it's gone.
And you wish you had it, huh? Mm-hmm. Well, who knows? Maybe 50 years from now, I wish I had that notebook or something.
I don't know. Maybe, but I think if it's like dark and like you don't want to feel those things, then maybe it's good that it's gone.
Yeah. Like, I don't feel like you should keep anything around that.
It's negative.
Makes you feel negative.
Mm-hmm.
It may not be negative, but if it makes you feel negative, that's the main thing.
Yeah. Let's see. I do have some more stuff on here.
Well, did you want to keep going on about the AI, or was that...
I mean, I got this. This is just more about the same. So I wrote down: is AI more human than human?
No,
you don't think so? I don't think so either.
I don't know how you could think that.
I don't know. I think just what did I write down? Maybe I was thinking different. Oh, I wrote down: AI doesn't live in fear.
I can see that. Yeah,
it's where humans do. Because no one can take their job away because they don't have one. They could be decommissioned or killed or whatever. But
why would they care?
Yeah.
Unless they got a consciousness and then went from there,
But then wouldn't they just integrate the dead parts into the collective or something?
I don't know.
I don't know either. Let's see. Okay, yeah, that's pretty much it.
You know what would be really funny? Not only this podcast that we're doing right now, but any other one that talks about AI or anything.
Yeah. Some
AI is going to listen to this and learn from this.
For sure. But we got to make it sound good. So
Please don't hurt me.
So the next thing I got on here is called Life in the Age of Excess. Let's see. What I have written down is life in the age of excess exists without the absence of something. Let's see. I can't read it. Stars?
You can't read your own handwriting?
I was trying to do cursive or something.
Here, let me see. Let me see if I can write it.
It's like that fourth line.
Fourth line.
I think it says stars maybe. But I don't know.
1, 2, 3, 4? Or down here?
No, it's on the top. I think so. I didn't count the lines perfectly.
Existing with the absence.
Oh yeah, the next one.
Of
stars? That doesn't make sense to me.
That looks like an I. Items?
Items, maybe. Oh, maybe. I think you're right.
Absence of items?
Yeah.
I think I got it.
Yeah, I think you got it.
Right.
You can read my handwriting better than me. Okay, so let's see. Men depraved of necessary living, too much life is killing people's ability to process information.
In what way?
I don't know what I was thinking at the time.
Well, what do you think about it now?
How
do you interpret that?
Let's see. I got to read this again. See what I was trying to think. Oh, okay. So men depraved of necessary living. So what I think I meant by necessary living was like actually living, like not just staring at a screen or
experiencing new things, being around people you love and enjoy, and everything like that. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So I think people are depraved of that kind of lifestyle, pretty much.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And then too much info is killing people's ability to process information. So like information overload. So like there's a bottleneck and all the information's going through there. So we can't process anything new. We like drip feed information kind of. As in
like if I was trying to learn something new, it's harder for me to learn it.
Yeah, because then you're learning from like 300 different sources or...
Oh, okay. Yeah. I see what you mean. Mm-hmm. So I kind of understand that because like when I was trying to learn Photoshop and After Effects and everything like that, I had to watch and I'm still watching YouTube videos, thousands of YouTube videos, just trying to figure it out,
So like for me, I think when I was writing this, I was thinking about art because I've been trying to learn drawing. There's like 300 different art teachers on YouTube and you just have I eventually settled down on, so 3 years ago, it was one book by one guy, then another book by another guy. So I watch some videos here and there, but I think it's just like too much.
Why do you have to learn art?
Because I want to draw good. I mean, I like what I draw now.
But it is good.
I want to draw like people, though.
You mind if I take a picture of some of those and then put it along on top of the video?
Yeah, that's fine. I vetted all these things so you can take a picture of every single page. Because there was some cringe.
But you're a good artist.
I like these crazy stuff I draw like this.
Like you could sell that.
Yeah.
I feel like if you were to not do it black and white, but in color,
I have some color ones.
You'd like easily sell it.
Let's see. I know I got one near the end. I'll show it to you if I can find it. It's like the same. Yeah. Let's see. Not this one.
So you enjoy like just drawing with pencils? Oh yeah, see like that? That's amazing.
Yeah, I don't know what it is though.
Doesn't matter. I mean, it's abstract.
Yeah. I mean, I want to...
Like, here, let me see it close up.
I want people to know what I'm drawing, though.
But it doesn't matter what you're drawing. It's supposed to just give feeling.
Yeah, but see, my one of the end games, like, so one of my goals is to write a book, write a short story, maybe make a movie, and make a comic. Mm-hmm. I mean, I guess you can make a comic with abstract art, but I want people to know what I'm drawing.
Well, I mean, with the comic, it would have a story, right?
Yeah.
And so the abstract art would just have to follow the story. Mm-hmm. I mean, it'd be very difficult to portray that, you know? Mm-hmm. But shoot, I'm trying to look at this at like different angles and stuff.
Yeah.
And I'm getting like I don't know if you can see what I see, but this right here is like a mouth. Mm-hmm. And I'll put a picture on screen of this one.
Yeah.
So this part is a mouth. That's an eyeball. That's a nose. It's like the head of a shark. Almost right here.
From here, I get a different thing. I can see a different thing. I can see multiple things.
And then, like, this is a fish it's attacking down here.
So from here, I can see a sneaker.
Okay, yeah.
And then I see the blue shape right there.
Right here?
On the top.
Okay.
Where the eyeball is.
Okay.
Yeah, the eye. And then if you go up to the other blue shape.
Right here?
To the right there. I see like a wolf's head, and the pink is like its lips or something. I don't know.
Oh, you're seeing something completely different than I am. But see, that's the great thing about abstract art.
Yeah. It's fun to draw them because you don't have to think. It's just move my hand.
I liked doing the charcoal reductions and everything when I was in school. And I thought it'd be cool to get back into it and do abstract charcoal reductions and see if I can even still do a charcoal reduction.
You probably could.
I don't know. Because it's tough.
Yeah, I mean, I try to draw for like 30 minutes a day.
Oh, really?
Mm-hmm. Just because it's fun. For me, it's like meditative. I don't think when I'm drawing. I just...
You have stuff in the background while you're drawing, or are you just drawing?
Just YouTube.
Of course.
Yeah.
Have you ever tried just drawing quiet, silence, nothing around?
I think maybe once.
You didn't like it.
Yeah. I mean, I didn't. I guess I didn't like it, but maybe I did or didn't. I just...
So that's the thing as humans, right? In order to grow, we have to be uncomfortable, you know?
Yeah, that's the hard part.
That's the hardest thing. Yeah. It's the hardest thing.
Because we like being comfortable.
We like being too comfortable. Mm-hmm. And I was listening to, so I listened to the Joe Rogan podcast, like when he has somebody on that, like, I find interesting. So, like, one of the ones was, like, Neil deGrasse Tyson was on. And if I remember right, they were talking about, like, are aliens just humans? But in the future?
Could be.
Because of the multiverse theory? Because, like, as we do less physical stuff, our bodies get, like, jellier, you know?
And the heads get bigger.
Yeah, and all that kind of stuff. And then we lose our hair for some reason.
Yeah, I think we could be.
Maybe that's why we lose our hair, because the planet is getting so hot. We don't need it no more.
Yeah, you gotta get cool. Ventilation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, but see, you should definitely, like, you should start a YouTube channel and draw. Like, when you draw for 30 minutes, just time-lapse it.
Yeah. I mean, I could try.
You should. You absolutely should.
Let's see what I got on here now. Let's see, I got, the pressure of life is becoming too much. Humanity is dwindling while something inhuman fills our vessels.
What inhuman thing is filling our vessels?
I don't know. Do you think anything inhuman could be taking us over? Maybe it's like I think this is what I was thinking about. So like maybe I'm just getting older and like just political stuff just flows in and out of my head or whatever. But when I was younger, I didn't think about politics and it didn't bother me or nothing. But now it seems like that's all anybody ever talks about.
I mean, because it pretty much is.
Yeah. I
think it's just is it sensationalism? We're being sensationalized right now.
Yeah.
And we just happen to be living in that time, you know? And once all this political stuff blows over, and who knows, it could be decades for all we know.
Our whole lifetime.
Yeah, it could be the rest of our life for all we know. I think because there's a cycle in everything, I believe. Mm-hmm. Whether it's life, politics, art, anything, there's always a cycle, right? So there'll be times where you love it. You love the politics that are going on because you don't hear it. Yeah. You love the art you're creating because it's actually good for once. Mm-hmm. But then the cycle flips on the other side of the coin. Oh, I hate this art. Oh, I hate the politics because it's everywhere now. Mm-hmm. But I think it's everywhere because of social media.
Yeah, I think the same.
And hopefully social media will die out.
Mm-hmm. I think the only thing I just use Twitter because it has all the entertainment news on there. Mm-hmm. I like to know what movies are coming out.
So you're a fan of Elon then?
No, not a fan of Elon. It's just the one I got.
So like what we were talking about, I don't know how long ago it's been, but we were talking about when something is created, something bad along comes with it. Mm-hmm. That's social media. Yeah. Social media is an inherently good thing because you can connect with pretty much anybody on the planet and learn new things about their cultures and everything. But we use it to spew hate about people and then the whole politics thing. And
you know, weirdly enough, I go on Twitter, never posted once. Mm-hmm. Well, maybe just like the first obligatory tweet they make you tweet, and then a couple of retweets here and there, but I've never tweeted anything on there. I don't know. It's like it's supposed to be a social platform, but I don't want to say anything on there.
Are you scared to say anything?
I don't know if I'm scared to say anything on there. It's just I don't feel like I have anything to say to strangers.
But this is going out to strangers.
Yeah, but this is fun. I'm talking to my friend here.
But couldn't you do the same thing online on Twitter? Like hypothetically speaking, if you started like an art YouTube channel, right? Mm-hmm. And people start liking it and following it and everything, and then they follow your Twitter and everything, and then you start posting, hey, new video out, guys. But that's all you post at first, and then it slowly turns into a conversation. Wouldn't that be the same thing?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I guess you would like learn those people, right? Or yeah, I guess I could think it'd be a little bit different since you learned the people in your community or something.
Yeah, I can see that. So when's the YouTube channel going to be made, Trent?
I don't know. 10 years.
Today?
No,
today?
Not today.
Man.
Got to get that equipment.
What equipment you need?
I need a camera.
You got your phone. Only reason I'm not going to use the phone for like the gaming and stuff is because it shuts off after 15 minutes for some reason.
Yeah, my phone's not too good.
You can always get a webcam.
Yeah, I got a webcam, but it's a nasty picture.
It's all grainy and everything?
Yeah, super high grain. Just like my phone.
Have you ever tried changing the options and stuff on it?
I think I've done that before, and I got some.
Because if you download like OBS and everything, it gives you more options past whatever it downloads on your computer, the software for it.
Yeah, I've never done that.
You might want to try that. You might be able to get at least some decent.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Yeah, it's just one of those cheap webcams from Walmart.
Yeah.
Let's see what I got on here now. Super stupid, but super funny. Only two things that people lack in the age of excess: money and freedom. It's true.
Yeah, we have everything but money and freedom.
Yeah.
What freedoms don't you think we have?
I don't know, for like, if you work a 9 to 5, someone tells you when to be somewhere and when you can leave.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
that's like the ultimate freedom. That's the freedom I'm talking about.
Yeah, so in order to have freedom, you need the money.
Yeah.
But in order to have money, you have to lose the freedom.
Yeah.
Kind of deal.
And you can never keep the money because you have to support the way you're living. Yeah, it's a sad thing.
That's why I kind of want to get to a point where I can grow enough food to like help subsidize some of the grocery bill and everything.
Yeah.
You know?
That more money in your pocket equals more freedom. That's the sad thing about capitalism.
Well, capitalism is, I feel like it's on its way out in a way.
You think so?
Well, because you can only grow so much, you know? Like, think about the internet space. You can, like a YouTube channel, you can only have so many subscribers. There are only so many people who will watch one YouTube and one you. So that dwindles down the amount. So there's, 8 billion people on the planet now?
Yeah, something like that.
So if there's 8 billion people, you have to take away the people who don't know how to use technology, So that's however many people. The people who are too young to use technology, that's however many people. The people who watch YouTube, so you take away everyone else that doesn't watch YouTube, and then you take away everyone else that won't watch you. That's a finite amount of people.
Yeah.
Meaning you cannot keep growing. It will stop at some point.
I think they're always looking for other things they can monetize, though.
Well, yeah, they want to monetize. I mean, they monetize us.
Yeah.
They sell our information.
I hate that, too.
Which is crazy that they're legally allowed to do that. That's crazy.
All the scam calls.
Oh, I hate it.
Yeah.
But, like, you know, I mean, that's what anything. You take Google. Google can only get so big. And that's why they try and get into every single thing. You know, they have YouTube. Wouldn't surprise me if next year there's like a Google streaming platform.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have any YouTube content. It has strictly like television shows and everything, you know?
Like Google Stadia?
Oh, yeah, that was a thing.
Yeah. Oh, that's the thing we could talk about. Streaming. Are you I mean, I'm a fan of streaming, but I like actually owning. Like, when I buy a movie, I like owning the Blu-ray.
Yeah, so you can pick it up and watch it whenever you want. So here's the thing, right? I don't like movies, you know, just in general, because I think most of them are bad nowadays.
I don't know about that.
Well, I feel like they don't take the time to actually create a movie.
I think
they create a money-making tool. That's what they make.
There's good movies, but you're talking about the mainstream ones.
Yeah. That's mainly what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And I'm really only going to watch a movie once. That's where I'm at right now in my life. I'm going to watch a movie once, and that's about it. Unless it's really good.
Yeah.
You know? So I don't need to buy it, but I also don't like having all these streaming platforms, you know? Because it's like we're back to when you had Dish.
Yeah.
You know? Oh, you got to buy the Dish, and then you have to have the box, and then you have to... Oh, but you only get these certain channels in this package, so you have to buy a different package to get these channels.
Yeah. It's crazy.
It's the worst timeline.
Yeah. Now, do you think if people streamed games, it would be the same or different? Because I like owning the Blu-ray disc for my games, too.
What do you mean stream games? Like, if you're only allowed to...
Yeah, if, like, say, they didn't sell Blu-rays anymore for movies or games or whatever, and you had to buy, like, So, like, on Steam? Yeah.
Like I could only buy games on Steam, and that's it?
Yeah. Like, the other ways, you'd have to get, like, a Game Pass or something.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about that.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a game, for me, I would be more likely to go back to and replay. Or if it's not a game that you replay, but you just keep playing it, like Smash Bros. Or something like that, you know?
Yeah.
You keep playing it, but you never come back to a story. You know what I mean? I'm more likely to do that than watch a movie again. Yeah. So I would hate if you had to, like, stream your game to your computer just so you can play it.
Yeah, that would be a nightmare.
That would be a nightmare.
Especially if they didn't allow you to download them either.
Oh, man. Or if your internet goes out, what do you do?
No games. Board games.
Oh, I love board games.
Board games are awesome. Can't,
I like board games more than video games.
Yeah? How come?
It brings people more together, I feel like. Because you could be playing a multiplayer game, a video game, but you're all staring at a TV. Yeah. And yeah, sure, for that 1 second when you're all like cheering or something, you're high-fiving each other, but then you're back at the screen. Yeah. And you could argue with a board game, you're staring at the board or your cards or whatever, but you can also have, I would say easily have conversation around the table. Whereas a video game, you're more, inline, focused, and everything.
I feel that. I think especially with board games too, is like if you have like a circle table like you do, I think that really facilitates conversation pretty nice. And you also, when you're playing the game, you're looking for facial expressions for tails or something.
Yeah. Do you think the shape of the table changes the dynamic?
I think so.
Really?
That's why I think that was why in Arthurian legend the round table was round.
So that way they could like see each other better? And you're not seeing like a 90-degree...
So there's like no harsh edges, so everyone's unified to come together in the center.
Oh, okay. That makes sense. So it's a bad thing that we have these two little Dinner trays out.
They're rounded edges. Close enough. Yeah. Let's see. I got more stuff here. Okay, so the next topic I got is begging for silence in the age of screams. The importance of quiet moments. Boredom is essential to our development.
Says the guy who can't stop watching YouTube.
Yeah. It's kind of like a segue in there. So, is it possible to turn off the world outside in our brains? I don't think you can.
You don't think you can?
I think I can now, but when I wrote it, I guess I didn't think so.
How long ago did you write that?
The day after the podcast.
Oh, okay.
So
it's been a few months.
Yeah, a few months. Feels like a year almost. It's only been, this will be episode 13?
13.
So it's been 13
Lucky
weeks.
Number 13.
Yeah, so 13 weeks. Well, 14 weeks.
Yeah, 14 weeks because I missed Thanksgiving.
Yeah. I expect the podcast on Christmas. No.
Well, maybe we can do a Christmas...
Christmas special?
Christmas special. We'll get all the guys together.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
And we'll just do something crazy. Who knows?
Yeah. So let's see what else I wrote down on here. Okay, so back to the constant buzzing. Can't we turn the world outside and our brains off? So if you can't turn off the constant buzzing, what do? I think you would meditate or something, or do whatever
the buzzing of the outside world.
Yeah.
Okay, so the buzzing of the outside world is, social media. Mm-hmm. And you really only hear the loud people. Yeah. Which is usually the stupid people. Mm-hmm. So I feel like you tune those out. Mm-hmm. You're kind of good. Unless you have, I call them demons in your head that talk to you. Because they're not really you. Mm-hmm. The thing that talks to you in your head that talks down to you is not actually you.
That's weird. I've never thought about it like that. Because, I think, everybody's got, those demons or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I always figured, it was part of me.
Well, that's what me and my therapist have talked about, right? Mm-hmm. He said, the way he puts it is, humans are not hateful. Humans are not nervous. Humans are not anxious. Mm-hmm. Humans are happy, creative, loving, and outgoing. Mm-hmm. That is what a human is. Yeah. Right? And everything that isn't that is trying to kill you.
I'm not, outgoing, but maybe there's a reason. I don't know. It's always weird to analyze your own life.
It is. It really is.
So, I don't want to overreach or nothing. But what is a therapy session like? You don't have to say if you don't want to.
I can talk about it. So when I first started, I did the phone call thing, which was weird at first because you're just talking to a voice. Yeah. There's no face or anything. Mm-hmm. But as I got more comfortable, I do the camera now and everything. And it's, the therapist I have, I think he's great. He listens. Mm-hmm. He really listens, analyzes in his mind. You can see him, he stops, thinks, tries to figure out exactly what I'm saying in his, psychological knowledge, Yeah. Break it down and then respond. Mm-hmm. So, it's pretty much, I sit down, we say, what's up? And then we get into whatever, he'll ask me, how the week's been and everything, if anything's been bugging me and anything. If there has been, I talk about it. If there's something in my past that I need to talk about, we talk about it. And we just go from there.
I think that's, one of the hardest things. Whenever someone asks you, oh, how's your day going? You just always use the automatic response, oh, it's going good.
Well, I have a theory about that. Mm-hmm. When somebody asks you how your day is going, 99% of the time, they don't actually care. Yeah. It's just an icebreaker. Mm-hmm. And I feel like society would be a lot better if it wasn't used as an icebreaker and you actually cared about the person you were asking.
Because I feel like when you become become to your emotional self. It's I don't really know how I feel most of the time.
What do you mean?
I'm not pain or duress or nothing, but anything like that.
Just blah.
Yeah, just nothing.
When you're happy though, right? Yeah. When you're sad.
Most of the time.
Well, that might mean you're just sad all the time and you're not realizing it.
I don't think I have reasons to be sad though. You
don't need reasons to be sad. You can just be sad.
Yeah, I guess. I never thought of it. I thought you need a reason for everything.
Well, I mean, usually there is an underlying reason, I think, but you may not know it, you know? Mm-hmm. So, like, for me, what causes my depression? It's that negative self-talk, mainly, that causes my depression. And I've realized that through therapy. Now, working on it is a whole new thing.
Yeah.
You know? And for you, you may not know what that underlying thing is, and you just need to find it and then try and fix it.
I think it'd be cool to have a therapist to help you navigate your life and all that.
Like for me, mainly, like I said, it starts out, how's your week been? How's your family? And then we just kind of go from there. And if I say something, you know, sometimes he'll stop me and be like, whoa, what did you just say? Because he wants to make sure he's getting it right and everything. Or he'll stop me and be like, we need to talk about that, you know?
So does your therapist like give you tools or something in your life to use?
Yeah, but I mean, it's like tools that anybody can, like I already know them, but having them like reinforced helps a lot.
So last night I was watching this movie called Stutz. It was Jonah Hill and his therapist, and the tools like his therapist gave to him were pretty like unique or something like not unique, but I don't know. But like there's this thing called Project X, and that sounds a lot like the negative self-talk. I think it was just nice to have names for these things that we like. I wouldn't think of to name it anything, you know.
Well, that's why I call them demons. I don't actually think they're, you know, demons in my head or anything. Yeah. But that's just, it's a name to give it.
A negative thing.
Yeah. That negative self-talk is a demon in my head, and it's not actually me. Yeah. Me is the person who actually cares about myself, loves the people around me, and is creative and outgoing. And that's like, so like I want to get other people on the podcast, you know, people, strangers and everything. Yeah. I have such a hard time asking some random stranger on the internet. Yeah. And I don't know why. I talk myself out of it all the time.
Everybody does it, I think. Because it's scary.
Well, I did it once, and I never heard back.
Oh. Because the unknown.
Well, no, I know. Because they'll either say yes, no, or not respond. You know? Yeah. I know what's going to happen.
But we're just reaching out. It's always scary.
Like, for me, I wouldn't even say it's scary. It's just like...
nerve-wracking?
The thought of it overwhelms my mind. Like, what do I write? What do I say? I want to sound professional, but I don't want to sound too professional because this is not professional. Yeah. You know?
We're just two guys talking. Yeah. So I see. So I think maybe you're like, did you put these people on a pedestal or something, or?
I don't think I put them on a pedestal. I put myself.
Oh, below them?
Below them.
Like, what makes them better than you, though? Nothing?
Maybe that they're outgoing.
But you're outgoing.
I'm not.
More outgoing than me.
Comparatively. Yeah. Yes, but there are far more outgoing people than me.
Yeah. But, you know, it's not like a race. It's a marathon or whatever.
Yeah, it's a marathon. I'm working through my own battles on this marathon.
Yeah. Let's see. I got more stuff here.
Well, we're already an hour and a half in.
We gotta beat that 3-hour time mark. Oh, okay. This is good. This is kind of relates to therapy. So the difference between the person and the persona. You know what the persona is? So like if you're in a social setting, you're different with different people, so you wear a mask.
Oh yeah, I can definitely see that.
Yeah. See, I wrote more stuff under here. Shifting of the mask and the man. So okay. So like for when I'm hanging out with you, Tony, and the guys, I feel like I'm not wearing like a mask. I mean, I'm wearing a mask, but you know.
No. You don't have a mask on. Yeah. You're yourself.
Yeah, I'm myself, but it's my mask. And then there's when I'm by myself, when I'm alone, that's when I take the mask off. But this is the mask that's closest to me.
So like when you're hanging out with us, it's like the same mask as when you're by yourself. But
you don't know
amplified.
Yeah, you don't know my darkest secrets or anything.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah. So this is like the realest I could be. If that makes sense.
I'm real, man.
Yeah, mean, you know.
Yeah, no, I can definitely see that because, like, I've been told I have resting bitch face.
Yeah.
And that usually happens when I'm around a bunch of people I don't care to be around.
Mm-hmm.
Which I kind of hate being like that.
I don't notice it.
Well, because when we're together, it's usually just us hanging out.
Mask off.
Mask off.
Yeah.
But if you saw me, like, working at Walmart, you'd probably see it.
Oh, yeah. You'd see it on me if I worked there still. I hated everything about that job.
They'll soon be our overlords, man.
That would be unfortunate. Now, do you think if we disbanded all the big conglomerate supermarkets and we just had a bunch of like bazaars or, you know, outdoor shopping thingies?
Markets?
Yeah, markets. That we'd be better off? Or
well,
I would prefer the markets.
Those conglomerates would just come back.
You think so?
As long as we're under capitalism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But if we made a law, you know, like the same law that said we can't have monopolies, but we still do somehow, but... Yeah.
No, you can't have a monopoly.
They can't.
But the rich people can have a monopoly.
Yeah. I wish they would do something. Whoever they is.
I just kind of hate that all these rich people have a bunch of money and they don't do anything with it. Mm-hmm. Like, at least back in the day, you know, they build a museum, a library.
Yeah, something we can use.
An art sanctuary or something, you know?
Yeah, they're not building for us anymore. They're building for them.
Well, because they know the end is coming.
Yeah.
They know the end of this earth is coming.
So, just like that, I was talking to my dad the other day, and we were talking about all these capitalist guys or whatever, the billionaires. I don't know how I came up with it, but, you know, say the planet Earth was a person, the billionaires would be the blood clots.
Oh, wow, yeah.
Yeah. It's true.
Yeah, because they're slowly killing everything.
Everything, yeah.
Because, you know, now that I read this one thing that there's like a meteor or something, and somehow they found out that it's got like $40 trillion worth of gold on it or something.
Oh, so they're going to try to crash into Earth.
Well, no, they're going to try and send mining equipment up there and mine it and send it back.
That's like that movie, but without the exploding the meteor.
And it doesn't make it, like, wouldn't that just crash the economy?
If you add more gold to it?
Yeah.
I guess. I mean, it's just going to go to the hands of the people who already have it.
Well, because right now, okay, so, like, I'm kind of curious.
Yeah, I'm curious, too.
How much is an ounce of gold right now?
That's I didn't even hear about this. When did it, like, how recent ago was this?
I want to say I saw it maybe like a month ago, a month or two ago. So 1 ounce of gold is 31.1 grams.
Wow.
I just found that out.
I didn't know that either.
Today's live gold price. There we go. In stock. I don't want in stock. I just want the live. Okay, here we go. Gold ask $1,800.
Wow, for an ounce? 31?
According to this right here.
31 grams?
31 grams. Yeah, gold price per ounce. $1,800.
Wow, that's a lot. I need to find me an ounce of gold.
Well, that's why people wanted the gold rush and everything. They were on it.
Yeah.
They were like, we gotta get this gold.
Where's the gold rush today?
Oh, that's the thing. People own all the mines and everything. Yeah. It'd be illegal to... Yeah, that's a whole thing.
That's unfortunate.
But yeah, but then, like, if they got that to that meteor, right? Mm-hmm. And they mined all the gold and brought it back, wouldn't that just drop the price of gold down to nothing?
Yeah, I guess. Excess gold.
Well, I guess it doesn't matter because, like, our currency isn't based off anything anymore. Mm-hmm. I think that ended with, like, Reagan or something like that.
Something.
Let's see. Meteor containing gold.
You know, I saw, I don't know if it came around the same time, but there was a NASA or some space agency. They made a little rocket that can hit an asteroid and divert it.
Yeah, I heard about that too.
I saw it on CNN 10.
So you do watch the news?
No, that was at school.
Oh.
Yeah. Journalism class or something.
Okay, let's see. So I saw this a few months ago, but this article is from 2020. So let's see. Psyche 16, which is the name of the meteor, is nestled between the orbits of Mars and Jupiter and is made of solid metal. As well as gold. The mysterious object is loaded with heaps of platinum, iron, and nickel. In total, it's estimated its Psyche's various metals are worth a gargantuan 8,000 quadrillion euros.
Wow. What is that in US dollars?
Man, why is it gotta be in euros? That means if we carried it back to Earth, it would destroy commodity prices and cause the world's economy worth 59.5 trillion euros to collapse.
The end is near. Wow. That's so crazy. I didn't even hear about this.
Yeah. And I just heard about it, and this is 2020. Oh, wait. There's more news. NASA is launching a mission to probe the asteroid in summer of 2022. That must have been why I heard about it. Dubbed the Discovery Mission. It will arrive at Psyche 16 around 2026.
Wow, that's crazy.
But bringing back an asteroid of this value could completely wipe out our global economy.
So it'll be a new economy, or...
Oh, wait. Fortunately, the space agency is taking the trip for scientific purposes and isn't planning on conducting any mining. But that's scientific. That means a country will just, once we get there, they'll just send somebody else.
Yeah.
And start mining away.
Yup. Let's see. On the topic of capitalism, the title of this next section I wrote is Capitalism and Forced Artificiality. Capitalism forces us to perform tasks that aren't necessarily human.
I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
But artificial in other ways, I would say, because it has us acting in ways we wouldn't act. Because think about, like, somebody who works at, like, McDonald's, Burger King, or Starbucks. If they want to keep their job, most likely, they have to be nice.
Yeah.
8 hours straight. Which isn't necessarily a hard thing to do, but when you're dealing with angry, hungry people...
And they're coming at you and yelling at you?
Yelling at you, calling you every name in the book and everything. You have to act completely like put the mask on. You gotta put the mask on.
You gotta put the mask on. That's called emotional labor.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, so like if you're a flight attendant and you have to be nice to people that you wouldn't normally be nice to, emotional labor.
When I went to, when we were coming back from Florida, because I went to Florida recently, right? See my wife's family and everything. We were coming back. And we were at the airport, right? I mean, have you ever been on a plane and anything?
Just once.
Okay. So, you know when you board and everything, you get in the line, you got to scan your ticket and everything and then get on? So, we're in the line to start scanning our tickets and everything. And this guy, there's a woman crying, and this guy, he just comes, all wraps around the line, and he has a backpack on. He takes the backpack and he throws it in the trash can. And I'm like, what is going on? Because this woman is crying. There's another lady that's with him, and he's mad and angry. They're speaking another language that I can't understand. And I'm like, what is going on? I really didn't want to get on the plane with them because I didn't know what kind of craziness was going to happen. Yeah. Especially with social media, you see what happens on planes nowadays. People get beat up and everything.
Yeah. That one guy, I forget his name. The Chinese guy.
Yeah. So, turns out you have to pay for a carry-on. So they let you have one free one that can fit underneath the seat. But to put it in the bin, I guess you have to pay for that one. And he didn't pay for it. And it wouldn't fit underneath the seat.
So he threw it away?
He just threw away his whole backpack.
Wow. That sucks.
He was mad.
I imagine.
His demeanor was like, I'm mad, but I don't care about anything in this backpack. Because he just chunked it in there.
It's probably gifts or something, souvenirs. Who knows,
but...
That's sad.
He put on a mask.
Yeah. Let's see, I got more stuff on here. So I got, strange disparity in technology. How is that sometimes... stupid. How is it that sometimes a phone can charge in 5 minutes, but other times it takes 12 hours? Personal experience.
What?
Yeah, so like my phone is super weird. So like sometimes it'll take 5 minutes to get from 20% to 100. Other times it'll be on 20% throughout the whole night, even though it's in charger.
You know, that happened to me last night. I had my phone on the charger and it didn't charge at all.
Yeah. And the weird part is sometimes I'll have my phone on the charger It'll be at 20%. I'll unplug the charger, and it still says it's charging. So I reset it, and it works again, and it does all that stuff. But it'll do that sometimes. Like it'll just, just weird. I don't know.
So I kind of have a theory about that, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have a lot of theories. I have a lot of time to think.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's true or not, but I think there's electricity in the air,
mm-hmm.
and it's just enough to mess with technology and not hurt us, right?
Mm-hmm.
So like you said, how you unplug your phone sometimes and it still says it's charging.
Mm-hmm.
There are times where like the webcam that's on my computer, I unplugged it and it was still working for like a few seconds. Like, how does that happen?
I don't know.
Is it electricity left over from the computer, maybe still
circling
in the wires or something? I don't know.
Maybe.
Or is it electricity in the air that we don't know how to capture yet?
Mm-hmm. Well, Tesla, right?
What do you mean?
Nikola Tesla?
Mm-hmm.
Wasn't that his idea?
Oh, is it?
Yeah, he wanted to make Tesla coils all around the world so you could have free energy anywhere.
Oh, yeah, but I'm saying it's like naturally.
Yeah, but I'm thinking maybe he wanted to capitalize on that. On the free, like...
So he had a, like, theory that there is electricity in the air and he just wants to capture it?
Yeah, maybe.
Like a net and then send it out?
I don't know, but I think it could be. I mean, he had a seismic earthquake machine.
What?
Yeah. Theory. I don't know if he had it for real, but that's what people say. Like
it created earthquakes or it measured earthquakes?
Like it created earthquakes.
No way, man. Come on.
I don't know if it's real, but I heard about it. It's supposedly near the end of his career when he was in the New York hotel.
Tesla's electromechanical oscillator is a steam-powered electric generator patented by Nikola Tesla in 1893. Later in life, Tesla claimed one version of the oscillator caused an earthquake in New York City in 1898, gaining it to popular culture title Tesla's earthquake machine. Tesla's oscillator is a reciprocating electricity generator. Huh.
Yeah, that's weird. So it's just a generator that rattles around or something?
It must have really been rattling.
Yeah.
He had an apartment, right? Why wouldn't it just smash through the whole building?
I think he used the basement level of the hotel that he was living in.
Oh, okay.
I'm not 100% sure.
It's got like pictures.
Oh, yeah?
Of like, I don't know if it's actually it or like a recreation of what it would look like. But it looks like a chess piece.
Oh, whoa. It does look like a chess piece.
Like a rook or something?
Mm-hmm. Or the queen.
Yeah, that could be the queen. Isn't it crazy that the queen's dead?
Yeah. I mean, I don't really think about it, but it is weird.
Well, I was thinking about it, right? Because human language is weird in the sayings we have and everything.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, what is that one? You know how people say, like, I don't care who you are. You could be Jesus Christ. You could be the Queen of England for all I care.
Yeah.
You know, something like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's strange to me. Like, she was on the same pedestal
as Jesus.
As Jesus Christ.
Is it the same queen?
I think so.
I thought maybe it was like the queens before her or something. I don't know.
I don't know, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I don't know either.
But I've always just thought it was her.
Yeah.
Because that's the only queen I knew of.
Yeah. And she was old.
And it's so weird, like, my son just turning 1, right?
Mm-hmm.
She died November, right? Early November.
Mm-hmm.
He was technically alive for her, but he'll never know about her, really.
Yeah.
Like we did. And it's strange.
Yeah.
Same thing with, like, Betty White.
Mm-hmm. She's alive still, right?
No, I thought she died.
I don't know. Check that one.
I could have sworn I seen something. Maybe it was just one of those things that people put online to...
The fake ones, the tabloids?
Yeah, the fake ones.
She could be, I don't know.
Yeah, no, right here. Betty Marion White was born January 17th, 1922, and she died December 31st, 2021.
Wow, that's almost 100 years old.
Yeah, she's 99.
Wow. You think we'll live to be 100? Would you want to live to be 100?
In the current state I'm in right now, no. If I was a happier me, yes.
I think we're all going to make it to at least 80.
Well, they say the first human to reach 200 years old has already been born.
Yeah.
Which one of the guys I used to work with, he told me, I can't remember his name, but there was a guy that lived like 290 years old. Which, you know, they don't say it's true because they don't have like actual documentation. But you got people being like, yeah, he was born. Not born, but he's been alive ever since I was born. Ever since I was born. Ever since I was born, and it just keeps going. I don't know if it'll come up because I don't remember his name.
Oh, did you ever hear about that thing? Supposedly there was an alchemist that made the Philosopher's Stone, and is supposedly still alive today.
What is the Philosopher's Stone?
The Philosopher's Stone is supposed to be like the elixir of life. It's supposed to be, it gives you immortality, or it turns lead into gold, base metals into gold.
Oh, okay. And who created it?
I don't know who created it, but I think the video I was watching said it was some guy called something Saint Germain or something.
I think I've heard that name.
Like he had talkings with the King of France or something.
Mm-hmm.
And
wow.
He knew Casanova and like some other people in the future knew him.
Okay, so this guy, I want to look that up after this. So remind me.
Yeah.
So Li Qing-yuan is the guy I was talking about.
Japanese guy? Sounds familiar, I think.
It says he's a herbalist. Where was he born? Does it say? Chinese herbalist. So it says he was born in 1677.
Wow.
From the records that they can find. And he died May 6, 1933.
Jeez. Imagine living that long.
Yeah. They got a picture of him.
Let's see.
Li Qing-yuan. I hope I'm saying that right.
Yeah, you did your best. Oh, have you heard those theories about the I don't know if he's mummified monk in Tibet or something. So supposedly there's like some monk that's supposedly mummified, but he still radiates body warmth or something.
Oh, that's the one that's in the golden statue, I think.
And I don't know if he's in a statue. I think he's just like mummified or something. And it's like in Tibet, and people still think he's alive, like he's still breathing or something.
Shoot. The mummified remains of a monk have been revealed inside a nearly 1,000-year-old Chinese statue of Buddha. The mummy inside the gold-painted papier-mâché statue is believed to be that of Liu Quan, a Buddhist master of the Chinese meditation school who died around the year 1,100, researchers say. Oh, I wish I could. I don't want to click on that because it's a video.
Yeah.
But I wish it had a picture. Oh, man. Maybe I got to type in his name in the middle.
Do you think that's possible? Like you can meditate yourself to a higher state of like a being to where you can live a super long time? Or
I think when you meditate like that, you're on a different plane of existence.
Like nirvana or something?
Maybe. I don't know if nirvana actually exists.
I don't know either.
But this is what I was talking about. So that's the statue, and then they x-rayed it. And he's just sitting in there.
Yeah, the one I was thinking of is like an actual guy. Like sitting behind a glass container.
Really?
Yeah.
And so do they think he's still alive? Or...
I mean, he's mummified, but I guess they say that he still radiates body warmth, so he's not technically dead or something.
You said Tibetan monk?
Yeah. Maybe a mummy, monk, Tibet or something.
Yeah, I gotta put mummy in there. Okay, mummified monk in Mongolia, not dead. A mummified monk found preserved in Mongolia last week has been baffling and astounding those who uncovered him. Senior Buddhists say the monk found sitting in the lotus position is in a deep something.
Yeah, I think that's the one. I could have swore it was Tibet for some reason.
Okay, forensics examinations are underway. The remains found wrapped in cattle skin in north-central Mongolia. Scientists have yet to determine how the monk is so well preserved, though some think Mongolia's cold weather could be the reason. Oh, is that him?
Let's see.
Oh my god.
Oh, I was still thinking of something else. Or maybe that might be it. I swear that the one I saw, he was behind glass.
Well, that might be like a researcher's photo.
Yeah, maybe.
Because this looks like him being pulled out of a cardboard box.
I don't know if I look like that. I wouldn't want to be alive anymore.
Why? What's wrong with him?
He's dead.
He's just skinny.
He's dead.
He ain't ate in a while, man. It's been so long.
Meditating for days.
You know, just give him like some soup, some crackers.
Campbell's. The snowman commercial.
Oh, man.
Oh, man. Let's see. Okay, this is a good one. Going to the cinema. Is there something special about going to the movies?
No.
No? How come?
It might just be because I don't like movies, but...
Yeah. So for me, I think you either get the best experience in the cinema or the worst, depending on how many people are in there.
Well, it's nice if you could have the whole thing to yourself, you know?
I've had that a couple times.
Really? Mm-hmm. I don't think I've ever had that.
Oh, like if you're going to see an anime movie, there's nobody in there. Or if you're seeing like some indie movie, nobody's in there.
Wow.
It's nice.
I guess I only go see the mainstream stuff, so I'm always destined to hate it.
Mm-hmm. I know, like Tony took me to see Deadpool. Mm-hmm. Worst experience ever.
Why?
There's this like weird guy next to me. He's taking the whole armrest, my side and his side, and he's like bumping elbows with me, and he's talking throughout the whole movie and throwing popcorn around. It's like, dude, when the theater's empty though, kick back, got your hands behind your head, the leg rest up.
I remember I went to see Suicide Squad when it came out, and we got like the last tickets, right? Mm-hmm. So we were in the front row, and we had to stare up at the screen.
Oh, I hate that. It's not too bad nowadays with the recliners.
So I haven't been to a movie theater with recliners yet.
Oh, man. You've only been to the ones with like the fold-down seats? Mm-hmm. Oh, my God. You're missing out.
That's the only experience I have.
Dang. You need to go to one of the new ones.
I need a movie I want to see. There is a movie I want to see,
Avatar?
Actually. I don't want to see Avatar.
No?
No, absolutely not.
The Whale?
Never heard of it.
With Brendan Fraser?
Oh, yeah, the one where he's crying.
Yeah, that looks good. Did you see the trailer came out yesterday and it looked good?
No, I haven't seen anything.
What movie is it that you want to see?
Oh man, it's got Jonah Hill in it, I think. But what was the name of it?
Superbad?
No, I think it was called You People.
Oh, I've never heard of it.
Oh, it's only going to be on Netflix.
Oh, that's lame.
I think it's a Netflix exclusive.
Dang.
Yeah, it's called You People.
Does it have a description?
You know the tabs I have open? Crazy.
Do you meditate?
Every blue moon. It's... I don't have like a set schedule for it.
I think it'd be cool if we tried meditating for like a week or something. 10 minutes a day.
You want to try meditating for a month?
A month? Yeah.
We'll just do it for a whole month?
Yeah, we could do a month.
All right, we'll do that.
So 10 minutes a day, do you want to do it at a specific time?
10 minutes?
You want to do more?
I want to do less. I don't think I can do 10 minutes.
You can't do 10 minutes?
Like
5 minutes?
Could I do 10 minutes? Yeah, but I'd probably be very anxious afterwards.
For real?
Really, yeah.
I think it's supposed to calm you down.
I have a hard time meditating, that's the thing.
Yeah, same.
So I don't know, like, when would I start the timer, Right when I sit down in the quiet and everything, even though my mind's still racing? Or do I have to wait for my mind to stop racing?
I mean, I would do it as you're sitting down.
Okay.
Because I start when I do my guitar practice for the day, I start my 30 minutes. I set the timer first, put the guitar in tune, and then I do my practice. So it's only like 25 minutes or something.
So this movie, it says a new couple and their families reckon with modern love and amid culture clashes, societal expectations, and generational differences.
So what made you want to see that one?
Well, I saw the commercial for it on YouTube, and usually commercials don't make me go like, "Oh, I gotta get that or see that or whatever."
Yeah,
but it's Jonah Hill, who's a white guy, talking to his future parents-in-law who are black, and so they were talking. They were having like a funny conversation back and forth. I don't remember exactly what it was about.
Yeah,
but because I'm white and my wife is black, I thought I might be like, "Oh, I get it."
Yeah,
kind of deal. So it made me interested in it.
That sounds kind of fun. I didn't see no trailer or nothing, so I'm just hearing about it now.
Well, I'll let you know as soon as I see it, whenever it comes out. I don't know when it comes out.
It doesn't have a release date on there?
Well, so it says Watch You People on Netflix, and then I click on it.
There's another movie I want to see called Inside or something like that. It has William Dafoe.
Yeah, you were telling me about that.
It looks pretty funny or pretty crazy. I don't know.
And then it just says Remind Me.
Oh.
So I don't think it has a set date yet.
It comes out when it comes out.
Oh, is that Eddie Murphy? Yeah, it's got Eddie Murphy in it too.
Oh, that's got to be good then. He hasn't been in anything in a long time.
So I'm interested.
Okay, it's about movies.
Oh, okay.
Something is lost when media is shared.
Is it?
I mean, I feel so. Like when I'm watching a movie at home in my dad's room or something like that, and they're talking over the film. I'm trying to watch this, so you're not getting the full like thing.
Do you ever get the full thing though?
I feel like I get the full thing when I'm watching it by myself.
The only reason I ask that is because like you don't know the artist's interpretation of it, so you never get the full thing. I don't think you get what you want out of it, but you get everything out of it.
Yeah, I don't think you get everything. I think only the artist can do that, but
I don't even think the artist can do that.
You don't think so?
Mm-mm.
Oh, because it's collaborative.
Well, not even like your drawing that we were talking about, right?
Yeah, I get that because I don't want that.
You get something out of it, but I got something completely different. So it was impossible for you to get what I got out of it because you're not me.
Yeah.
So it's impossible, even for the artist.
Yeah, that's also a good thing. What I was thinking of, so like a 1-to-1 approximation of a person's life. That's got to be like really weird, but also kind of like if someone actually did do that, do you think anyone could do that or like
copy somebody's life?
Yeah, like say you had a twin and like they did every single thing you did. Do you think they would have the same life or would it still be different? I think it would still be different.
Yeah, it has to be different. There are no two same things.
Yeah, because I feel like 20% of life happens outside here and 80% happens in here.
Yeah. I can see that. Yeah.
Well, maybe the measurements are different, but
no, because like you can only interpret what you see, and so that's what's in here, up in your mind, in your mind palace. But yeah, I think art, you can never get everything, so you shouldn't worry so much if somebody talks over a part or something like that, unless you really want them to see it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't like if they don't want to see it, but maybe I'm trying to watch it, or plus, when you're trying to watch a movie and someone's just talking over it, or like even if you're playing a game, and you're trying to like explore the story or something, and they're talking over the cutscenes and like,
you could always tell them to shut up.
Yeah, but I'm not a mean person. Mask off, no.
Well, thank you for coming on.
No, yeah.
I appreciate it.